In this session, we're going to be delving into your personal history for a couple of reasons. We're going to examine some of the mistakes you've made on previous dates and with previous relationships to see what lessons can be learned from them. This is necessary so we can find solutions to prevent them from happening again in the future encounters with new potential mates. We're going to review some of the most important events of your life so we can start preparing your professional bio for your online presentation. This will also help to provide you with a type of conversation that you'll learn how to skillfully weave into your interactions with the new and exciting love match you're going to be meeting soon. With a little practice, you'll see how you can become playful, flirtative, fascinating, attractive, and even a bit mysterious when you combine your newfound knowledge with the right body language you're going to learn too. In order to accomplish this, I want you to download the Self-Evaluator Calculator by clicking the button below, and this will take you to the form which you can fill out online. But wait until you finish this video to do so, because there's a little more to tell you. Learning from your mistakes. Those who do not learn from their mistakes are doomed to repeat them. Examine failed past dates and learn from them. Turn negatives into positives by allowing yourself to learn from past failures. The set of challenges arising from first meeting and dating someone are very different than those from longer relationships. Here are 11 possible reasons for previously failed dates. 1. You weren't mentally prepared. 2. You interviewed instead of flirted. 3. There's no chemistry between you. 4. You were not emotionally prepared. 5. You were too negative about everything. 6. You came across as too needy, demanding, or obsessive. 7. You tried to be someone you weren't. 8. You were unprepared. 9. You were too boring. 10. You talked about negative or depressing things. 11. You talked about politics or religion. Obviously, there were countless reasons why any particular date didn't go well. What's important here is to think back on them and realize what you might have done differently to have made it more successful. Now you can imagine how you'll handle similar situations in the future, especially with all the new tools you've learned from this book. I'm going to show you several ways to make your dates much better. 2. Examine past relationships and learn from them. Here are 8 possible causes for failed relationships. Money, disloyalty, no trust, no communication, lack of sex, lack of respect, family interference, your love has faded. Whatever the reasons were for your past failed relationships, be aware of the causes for the failures. Be brutally honest and objective with yourself and take responsibility for your part. Now you can imagine and project how you'll handle similar situations in the future so you don't repeat these same mistakes. Ask trusted friends and family their opinion. They might offer a fresh perspective and reveal to you things you may not have even realized. Your goal here is not to try and justify your reasons for the failed relationship, but honestly try to look at it as objectively as possible so that you don't carry that baggage into the next relationship. For example, if trust or loyalty were issues with past relationships, then you'll have a subconscious tendency to treat the new person in your life as untrustworthy or disloyal, when in fact those could be their best qualities. This type of prejudice could prevent a quality relationship from even getting started. Be alert to not making this mistake by carrying this prejudicial attitude into your new relationship. 3. New relationship checklist. Before you start connecting with lots of singles, there's 6 questions I'd like you to honestly ask yourself. 1. Are you emotionally prepared to have a qualified companion in your life? 2. Have you created an inviting, attractive environment to welcome them into it? 3. Are you continuing to work on becoming the best you can be? 4. Are you prepared to follow the training and commit to at least 4 to 6 hours per week on training yourself? 5. Have you begun thinking about or decided what qualities in a companion you're looking for? 6. Have you decided what type of relationship you're seeking? It's important to start getting clear in your mind precisely what it is you want in a mate and a relationship, or chances are you'll never find it if you don't clearly define what you're looking for. Knowing where you're heading in advance will make it a lot easier to get there. Start planning directions for yourself. This questionnaire and the software in upcoming sessions will help. I provided a link below to the Self-Evaluator Calculator, which I want you to read and complete online. For those I personally counseled, it needs to be submitted to me. For those just taking the course, you can complete it online and print it out for your own review and guide. Remember, this document's going to be a reminder of the changes in your behavior you'll need to make if you're going to avoid repeating your mistakes. It'll also be used for the creation of your online profile, which we'll go into in a later session on how to create your dating profile. There's a formula that you can use with this information you've input into the form. It's also good to use these answers to start creating your 1 to 3 minute monologues about yourself to use when you're first meeting someone. This helps to prepare you for conversation starters. It's also great fuel for the stories you'll be telling your new friends that'll make you come across as a more fun, fascinating, and interesting person. So start thinking in your mind how you're going to set it up and tell these stories to a new audience. Whenever anybody first goes on Jay Leno, he always asks them to think of a great story to tell in the opening warm-up. In this video, you've learned the importance of capitalizing on mistakes you've made with past dates and relationships. I've also given you access and instructions for completing the Self-Evaluator Calculator questionnaire, which I hope you'll take seriously and complete as your homework assignment. This is the final session of the Preparing Yourself segment of the program. In it, we've covered 1. The interpersonal marketplace. 2. Marketing yourself like a home. 3. Why internet dating? 4. How selective can I be? 5. A checklist for lasting relationships. 6. Preparing your lifestyle and environment. 7. Learning from your mistakes. In the next video, we're going to advance to the packaging phase of the program, where we're going to start learning how to create your online profile based on much of the information you've provided in the questionnaire. So do your homework, and remember to stay sexy, my friends.